Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm really happy you're here today. If you're watching this in the morning, remember we have morning meeting today at 11. So I look forward to seeing a lot of you in morning meeting. If you're watching after in the afternoon, it's really wonderful to see so many of you at morning meeting today. So, again, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. If you're watching this before 11, remember we have morning meeting today. I hope to see a lot of you there in morning meeting today. So, let's get started. We're going to warm up and then we'll get started for today. Now, this is Harry Belafonte, and I'm playing this because my mom, when she was a young woman, loved Harry Belafonte.
Shake, Sinora, shake it all the time. Work, Sinora, work your body line. Work, Sinora, work it all the time. My girl's name is Sonora. I tell you, friends, I adore her. And when she dances, oh brother, she's a hurry.
This is their chance to just be free and get that energy.
Okay, I believe you jump in the line. Rock your body and time. Okay, I believe you jump in the line. Rock your body and time. Okay, I believe you jump in the line. Rock your body and time. Whoop. Shake, Sinora, shake your body line. Whoop. Shake, Sinora, shake it all the time. Work, Sinora, work your body line. Work, Sinora, work it all the time. You can talk about cha-cha, tango waltz or the rumba. Sinora's dance has no title.
I can see you ever not much Harry Belafonte. Love this song.
Okay, I believe you jump in the line. Rock your body, child. Jump in the line. Rock your body in time. Somebody help me. Jump in the line. Rock your body in time.
Right, you guys, me let this stop.
Shake, Sinora, shake your body line. Shake, Sinora, shake it all the time.
Alright, guys, how did that music make you feel? Energetic, right? So again, I say this all the time, music can really impact us. I'm sure Joe and Alexander talk about that too, but I talk about it from the point of view of using music to help prep you and get you ready to play a character. And I've said this before, I use a lot of music when I'm getting ready to do a show, getting ready to speak, whenever I'm getting ready to go on stage. Even during the meet I did yesterday, I filmed the interview with David. I even play music before the interview because music can help put me in the type of mood I want to be, put me in the type of emotional space I want to be before I do whatever I'm going to do, perform, speak, do a panel, and music is a great way to get me right in that space to do the next thing. So, we're going to do some character improv work today, but before that, let's warm up a bit. So let's start by chewing that big wad of gum. Ready? And really chew that gum, guys. Really mush it around in your mouth. Good, and it's just chewing and chewing. Good, guys, and let's do the apple and the lemon. Ready? So we open wide to eat the apple. and we pucker up and suck the lemon. And we open wide the Alright guys, good. Let's go to the apple and the lemon. We open wide the apple and pucker up and suck the lemon. Ready? Open wide and eat the apple. And pucker up and suck the lemon. Good. And open wide and eat the apple. And pucker up and suck that lemon. We open wide and eat the apple. And pucker up and suck that lemon. And one more time, we open wide and eat the apple. And pucker up and suck that lemon. Good. And let's do a couple Buttercup. Ready? Buttercup. You go. Buttercup. And again, guys, these are just to get sounds and wrapping our mouths around sounds, and things like that. Dadika. Fadika. Gadika. Hadika. Jadika. Kadika. Jarika, Kadika. And again, Jarika, Ladika. Jarika, Madika, Jarika. Last one. Jarika, Madika, Jarika. I get confused too. Ready? One more time. Jarika, Madika, Jarika. Good, guys, good. So today we're doing like a what I like to call the emotional improv exercises. I'm going to give you a character, and I'm going to give you an emotion, and you're going to think of what the dialogue would be and why. You're going to create your imaginary circumstance. So for example, if I picked a chef and I put chef and anxiety, you might be, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to get this dinner made for all those people out there when there's 100 people in the restaurant and all my other chefs quit? How am I going to do this today? Oh my gosh, right? So again, I created the circumstance where the chef was the only person there to cook, and the emotion was anxiety. So you're going to create for each of these, you get the character and the emotional space, emotional feelings, and then just create some improv lines around that, okay? So again, I was a chef and I was very anxious. So now I'm going to pick in the bowl here a character and an emotion and create an improv around that. The circumstance that demonstrates why that character you're playing is feeling that way. Then at the end, I want you to send one to me via self-tape, either through email or text. And I know self-taping is challenging, but if you can, have someone tape you. If you live with someone, if you don't live alone, just say, hey mom, dad, or bigger brother and sister, can you tape this and help me send it in to Diana? It's really important, guys. as more and more things are going to self-tape. I want you guys to get used to learning how to tape yourself or having somebody self-tape you, because so many auditions now are going to self-tape. And the more you work on that skill, even though we may provide and support you for audition from Performing Arts Studio West, I think it's really important to continue to learn skills. I'm still learning a lot about self-tape because I have to tape all my classes. Alright, I don't have somebody that comes over and tapes my classes for me. I'm going to do them myself. And I want you to continue to develop skills, including learning how to self-tape or getting support and somebody taping you. So again, at the end of the class, I'm going to ask you to tape one of the improvs and send it to me. Okay, that is your homework. So let's go to the improvs. Alright, so the character is a sports announcer. So the character is a sports announcer, and the emotion is confident. So, the character is the sports announcer, the emotion is confident. So, create an imaginary circumstance and the mind where a sportscaster, you as a sportscaster, would be feeling very, very confident. So think about how confident feels in your body. You're a sportscaster. Maybe you just got a great interview or you're about to do an interview. Think about imaginary circumstance where you as a sportscaster would be feeling very, very confident, and create some improv lines from that imaginary circumstance and action. Good, and again, remember you're a sportscaster. You're feeling very confident. What just happened, or what is happening that you're feeling very, very confident? Ready? And action. Good, guys, good. Let's go on to another one. Alright, I'll put the character and then the circumstance. Emotion. Okay, you're a waiter. Alright? You're a waiter or waitress in a restaurant. So start to think about that. You're a waiter or a waitress in a restaurant. Well, imagine that circumstance. If you're the waiter or waitress in a restaurant. And the emotion is vulnerable. Okay? Vulnerable is like feeling a little bit of feeling fragile, sad, a little open. Maybe you don't feel emotionally safe. You feel very vulnerable. So, what might be a circumstance as a waiter or waitress? Maybe you forgot someone's order and there's somebody really important and you need to apologize. And it's a really, you feel very uncomfortable. That's what vulnerability is. It's just being very emotionally open. So think about imaginary circumstance where you as a waiter or waitress were very vulnerable. And what might you say? Who would you be talking to? What are those imaginary circumstances? And action. Good, guys. Vulnerability does something very different to your body than confidence. Right? Good. How does it feel to be vulnerable and you're a waiter? Maybe you're in a public space. That, as a waiter, you usually are in a public space. That might add to your vulnerability. Alright? So, ready and action. Good. And shake that off. And I'm sorry I forgot to say shake it off on between the first and the second one. But always, guys, when we do one, remember to shake it off, and I would try to remember to remind you to shake it off. All right, let's go on to another one. Well, construction worker. A construction worker. Okay, you're a construction worker. So again, think of that. Think of yourself. Imagine that you're like a construction worker. Where might you be right now? Might you be at work? Might you be working on something? You're a construction worker. Create that. Imagine, literally, in that imaginary circumstance, you are now a construction worker. It's not about being a character, but you embodying being a construction worker. Alright? How is that different than the sportscaster or the waiter or waitress? You're a construction worker. Cool. Alright, awesome guys. Let's go to the emotion. Loss. You can read the marker and you're feeling a sense of loss. What just happened? Did you maybe lose out on a bid? For example, construction workers might bid for a job. Maybe you lost a very important bid for a job to build a building. Or maybe you didn't get it. Right? That sense of loss. Right? Maybe you built a building and somehow it got destroyed. Or you were building a building and it got destroyed by a fire or storm. So with that sense of loss, well, think of that imaginary circumstance where a construction worker, you as a construction worker, are feeling this tremendous sense of loss and create the lines and the improvisational lines, what you might be saying around that, the truthfully in that imaginary circumstance. Good, and again. Good, good. And shake that off, shake it off. Go back to neutral, shake it off. All right. Let's do another one. We'll do two more. And the character is a florist. So you own a flower shop. And think of what is it like to come to work. You arrange flowers. You're a florist. Okay? So again, imagine yourself in that imaginary circumstance. You are now a florist. Live truthfully in that imaginary circumstance. You might be very creative. You love flowers. You're surrounded by a lot of beauty, depending where you decide you are. So let's create the florist. Ready? Good. Live truthfully in that. And let's create the emotion. Let's see what the emotion is. Forgiveness. Now forgiveness can be two things. You can be asking for forgiveness or okay. The emotion is forgiveness. Alright? Forgiveness. Forgiveness can be two things. You can be asking for forgiveness or giving forgiveness. So that you can choose. If you're asking forgiveness, what did you mess up? Why are you asking for forgiveness? Right? If you're a florist, what situation might you be asking for forgiveness? Did you forget to deliver flowers to a wedding on time? Whatever that is, create that imaginary circumstance. Or maybe you're forgiving someone, and it might be really hard. Maybe someone asks you for forgiveness, and you actually give forgiveness. But again, think of what that imaginary circumstance would be. Good. Forgiveness. Good. Good job, guys. Really good. You shake that off. Shake that off. Good. Let's go to our final one. Alright. Veterinarian. Okay, so again, where might you be at that veterinarian? Create that. Okay, alright, good guy. Let's go to our final one. Oh, okay, cool, good. Alright, good guy. Good guy. Good guy. Let's go to our final one. Veterinarian. Alright, good as a veterinarian. Again, create your imaginary circumstance where you are right now. Are you at your office? Right? Create that and imagine a veterinarian. You're an animal doctor, so you love animals. So start to think about yourself as a veterinarian. Embody and imagine you're a veterinarian right now. That is your imaginary circumstance. As actors, we live truthfully in that imaginary circumstance. So now you're a veterinarian. That is your new truth. That is your imaginary truth. And let's go to the emotion, whatever it may be. Okay. And let's go to the emotion, whatever it may be. Abandon. You're a veterinarian. You're feeling abandoned. Okay. Abandoned is like, that's similar to loss, right? What happened? Who is leaving? Who is leaving you right now? Who is abandoning you? Maybe it's a long-time patient who is going to another veterinarian, right? So again, what is that feeling of feeling abandoned? It's a little bit different from loss, but abandoned, it really feels like someone's leaving you. Someone just, maybe you had a partner and they're quitting and starting their own practice, right? So that real sense of someone is leaving you or hurting you, that's what abandon is. Someone kind of cutting you out of your life, right? That's what abandon is. It's a different type of, it's a hurt similar to loss, but it can be different. So again, you're a veterinarian, and what is the circumstance where you're feeling abandoned? Create that and create the lines, create what you want to say around that feeling of being abandoned as a veterinarian. And action. Good job, guys. Good job. And let's shake that off. Shake that off. Shake it off. Good job today. Shake out all those feelings. Alright, let's take a couple deep breaths. We did a lot of wonderful, great emotional work today, guys. I continue to be proud of you and amazed by you. I'm so lucky that I get to work with you guys every week. It really is a blessing for me. So, what I want you to do now is take one of the characters and emotions, and I'll list them again at the end of the video, and send me a self-tape on that, okay? Creating one or more of your circumstances, send me a self-tape, either via text or email. That is your homework. Alright, your homework for today, and again, if, you can just, like I do, right now my camera was right on the table and I hit record, or you can ask, maybe your mom, your brother, your sister, hey, can you record this assignment with my phone or your phone and send it to Diana? That's my homework. Really important that you guys are doing your homework. I know we all ask for homework, but that's the way I get to see how you're doing in class. I only get to, if I don't, I only see it once a week. I want to see it more often, alright? And that way I can let Carmel know, wow, they're doing great emotional work. So send me that work. It's how I can let you, how I can see your work, and I can tell Carmel, wow, they're ready to go out for this role or that role. They're really emotionally connected. Their emotional life is so full. So that's why I have you do this. So please send me your homework within the next few days, and I'll take a look at it and give you feedback. Alright? Thank you so much, guys. Have a great Wednesday. I love you and I miss you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.